I walked over to the president, who was a few feet away with Secretary of Education Rod Page, shaking hands with staff and teachers outside the school, and passed on the information. I was the first to tell him the news. He nodded, shot me a quizzical look, and said, "Get more details." We both thought it an odd, tragic accident.
James Duerr.
Howdy, everyone. Howdy. You know, we got a few Aggies out there, so I'm James Duerr, and I ran for U.S. Congress. I want to thank everybody who supported me and everybody who supported the process and everybody who went out and vote. That's what it's all about. I'm sure we had 100% voter turnout here, and that's what's important. I do want to encourage everybody, the Boy Scouts of America are selling water over here. So we definitely want to help the Boy Scouts. They also have pink lemonade. It's only $1. And they're going to the Grand Canyon. And they need every cent they can get. So please support the Boy Scouts over here. There's only a couple short things I wanted to talk about today. One is, I really want to thank Samantha Maria Aiken. Is she still here? The wonderful singer we had earlier. She did a wonderful job. Samantha, where are you, Samantha? She here? Well, she's here somewhere.
I'm right here.
Well, there you are, Samantha. Thank you very much. So that's the first thing we need to do. We need to bring more young people. You know, in a campaign, you look at all the numbers, you look at all the voters, you look at all the Democrat, Republicans, Independents, you look at all likely voters. It's very, very sad that there's very little there's hardly any 20-year-olds on the voter list. We need to engage the young people in our campaign. We need to engage them into the Tea Party. We need to engage them into freedom, and we need to show them a new type of politician, a new type of people running for office, people who are concerned about being a public servant and not a politician. And that's probably the strongest message we can send, is for the young people to start being involved in the process and start being proud of America, and start being proud of being a public servant, and start being proud of leading our country forward. So if we get, you know, what you want to do is over the next week, over the next year, all the way through November and beyond, encourage those young people to go out and vote. Encourage those young people to join the Tea Party, because we need that those young minds and young bodies and young, you know, people come up here and help move all this stuff around, because I'm a little younger now because I shaved off my beard, but we need to get the young people involved. So that's number one. Number two is we don't have enough people voting. We just don't have enough people. I'm going around the community and nobody knows. I mean, not nobody, but you'd be surprised how many people are not aware that we just had a congressional runoff. I mean, that's the third highest office in the nation, and people don't know about it. We need to grab people. So the second thing we need to do is to grab people in the process and grab them into the Tea Party, grab them into start voting. Somehow we need to get the public back into voting and getting the right people in office. And that's what happened when we let Obama go in there, because we had a bunch of people who ran and voted on the motion. We need people who are intelligent. We need people to get into the process early. So the second thing I really need you to do is go out and get 10 people and make sure you get those 10 people to vote in November. And thank you very much.
With our help, doubling, tripling the votes, we can be victorious. And ladies and gentlemen, we have to do it. We have to let somebody go that has been in office for 27 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Farenthold.
Thank y'all very much. And James and Willie and Jessica, could y'all all
all three come up here and join me for a second, because I think we are the team that has got the message out that 27 years of Solomon Ortiz is too much. You know, we went through a Republican primary that everybody called a tough fight. You know what? It was a family squabble, because the four of us here probably agree on 95% of the issues. But when it comes to agreeing on the issues with Solomon Ortiz, we may agree with him on only about 10. So whichever one of us you supported, thank you. You became involved in the process. The Republican turnout in this district was higher than it's ever been in a primary. And I tell you, that's a shot across the bow of Solomon Ortiz. And, you know, whoever, you know, I'm going to be in there, I think, when we win the election in November. But we've got to deal with, from now until November, if Solomon Ortiz knows we're coming, maybe he'll behave till we can get him out of office. I doubt it, but we're going to give it a try. And these guys helped me send this message. We ran a great campaign, and I want to thank them for their patriotism and their commitment and all that they have done for the people of District 27. Thank you, guys. I'm going to keep this short. I'm taking a lesson from Todd Hunter. The shorter amount of time you speak, the less voters you lose. I think I've got a pretty friendly crowd here. I got into this race talking about less government and taxes, and I suspect that's the reason a lot of you got into the Tea Party. Well, I was driving home from being on the radio with Jim Lago on Friday listening to Glenn Beck, and I'm not too proud to take advice from somebody who makes $37 million a year like Glenn Beck. What he said on the radio is we've got to refine our message into something positive. And I'm thinking less taxes, and Glenn was saying, and I'm agreeing with him, less taxes means bigger paychecks, all right? And less government means more freedom. So I'm for more freedom and bigger paychecks. How does that sound? I'm going to steal that from Glenn Beck. We've got a tough row to hoe ahead of us. We've got an entrenched incumbent with 27 years. He's already started buying votes. I don't know how many of you follow Mr. Ortiz on Facebook or on the internet or in the news. I've got a Google alert that tells me every time something is written about him. I follow him on Facebook. I know what he's up to. He's already started buying votes. Just yesterday, he had a press release out saying he got $500,000 for Texas A&M Kingsville. You know, this is not about how much pork money you can get down here to buy votes. This is about doing what's best for the country. And what's best for the country is bigger paychecks and more freedom. Yeah! We're in the Tea Parties right now, and I tell you, one of the politics as usual tricks the Democrats and the incumbents in Washington like to use is they demonize somebody or something when they become threatened by it. And that's what they're trying to do with the Tea Parties. They're trying to call us racist. They're trying to call us haters. They're trying to call us gun-toting, Bible-beating. And you know what? I like gun-toting and Bible-beating, but I don't like racists. They're trying to demonize us, and we cannot let them demonize us. We are, as they were saying earlier, the salt of the earth. We are the taxpayers. We are the hardworking people who believe that the way to get successful in this life is to work hard for it. And I love the T-shirt. Is the T-shirt still there? If y'all didn't read the T-shirt, I want to read the T-shirt. It's got a quote from Thomas Jefferson on it, and this is what we need to remember. It says, a government big enough to give you everything you want is strong enough to take everything you have, and we cannot let that happen. Anyway, I'm gonna hand over the stage after I say thank you very much. I'm going to ask for your help. It's about talking to your friends. Our values are the values of most people. The media has conned a lot of people into believing that the values of big government and being taken care of are good. It's not. And you need to talk to your friends, and you need to remind them that bigger paychecks and more freedom are what we want, and that's how we'll win in November. Thank you, and God bless you.